You know when you enter a room and just pause because the room is too beautiful, the people are too familiar, and the love is too real. That's exactly what happened when clips started dropping from Rita Dominic's celebration one by one. Nollywood legends stood up to talk about her. Like, what kind of woman inspires this kind of respect? Let's break everything down in the sweetest gist possible. So, this whole celebration didn't even feel like a party. It felt like a tribute. A room full of people who truly love Rita, not for clouds, not for camera, but for who she is. And honestly, watching it felt like being invited into something intimate. We will talk about the speeches, the nostalgia, the fashion, the vibe, everything. First of all, let's talk about the room because that room was heavy. Heavy with talents, heavy with history, heavy with kind of faces we grew up watching since we were still small children. At a point, I paused the video and I just smiled because look at Stephanie Okereke. This woman has been acting since, some of us were still in primary school. Seeing her in that room, looking fresh, skin smooth, beauty on 10, aging backwards like the years are afraid of her. It touched something in my chest, honestly. And she's not the only one. No. Everyone looked good. When I mean good, I mean capital good. Like, Nollywood is not aging, Nollywood is reversing. I don't know whether it's money, peace of mind, skincare, or God's grace, but everybody there looked like fine wine. The whole room was giving legends, icons, beautiful people who have refused to grow old, classy outfits, soft lighting, easy smiles. It wasn't noisy, it wasn't scattered. It was a peaceful, intimate celebration of someone they deeply respect. And Rita Dominic herself, timeless. There is a calmness she carries that money cannot buy. Now let's get into the sweet part, the speeches. This is where the room started opening up. People stood up quietly, one after the other, and shared stories, memories, and love for Rita. Every person that spoke had something genuine to say. And that's when you know a woman has lived so well. And honestly, nights like this remind you that good living is not even about money alone. It's about grace, it's about peace, it's about having people around you who genuinely love you and celebrate you. You could feel it in that room. The joy was real, the energy was soft, and everybody just looked content. You know that kind of contentment that shows on someone's skin. Yes. Now, that one that even makeup cannot even fake. And as they were all sitting there, you could just tell that these are people who have grown, people who have worked hard, loved deeply, made mistakes, corrected themselves, and are now living life with so much intentionality. It was giving, I've paid my dues. It was giving, I deserve this peace. It was giving, God has been faithful. The whole setting up, the whole sitting, the whole setting just had that warm, mature glow, the type that makes you smile without even knowing. A room full of people who have walked through life and, come out shining, aging backwards, glowing like premium shea butter. The event was organized by Adenike and Sefiya for two purposes, to launch their business, which is about few months old, and also to celebrate Rita, thereby, feeing Okokonkpa Eyemeji, right? And so they did that doing their own business and still honoring someone they love. That balance alone deserves plenty of respect, right? Everyone in that room had a lot of good things to say about Rita. You could literally feel the love, the respect, and the admiration coming from every corner. Nobody forced anything. It was just very genuine. Lillian Affair kept it real and heartfelt. She talked about Rita with so much warmth, the kind of warmth that shows true friendship. She highlighted how Rita has always, carried herself with grace, calm, steady, and intentional, and you could see it in her face as she spoke. This wasn't just public praise. This was someone who has enjoyed Rita's presence personally and, professionally. Then came Toke Makinwa, Mama Yaya, the latest mom in town. And Toke always brings that soft but sharp energy. She spoke about Rita with so much admiration, talking about how Rita has carried herself in the industry with so much dignity and peace. And she also highlighted how Rita's journey has inspired a lot of women, and not just because of her success, but because of the calm, steady way she handles life. You could tell she genuinely respects Rita, and both as a woman and as a legend in the game. And then the next is Ebuka. Ebuka will always keep it classy. He shared stories about working with Rita and spoke about her professionalism and how she's a true mentor in the industry. Ebuka highlighted how Rita's calm and grounded nature has influenced so many people around her, on sets, at events, and even in the way she treats her colleagues. You could tell every word came from genuine admiration, and the room felt that respect also. And Sefiya took the floor, and it was so warm hearing her speak. She shared her personal experience working with Rita and highlighted how kind, thoughtful, and supportive Rita has always been. Sefiya also spoke about the inspiration behind organizing the event, showing how much, she and Adenike value Rita a lot, and not just as a celebrity, but as a person who has impacted lives in subtle but meaningful ways. You could feel there is sincerity in every word. And Adenike Macaulay stood up, and you could immediately feel her admiration for Rita. She talked about Rita's elegance, her humility, and how she has been a role model for so many in Nollywood. Adenike also shared how organizing this event was personal for her, showing that celebrating Rita at 50 wasn't just a public gesture, it was heartfelt, coming from people who truly respect and care about her. So, talking about this very event, we know very well that it really shows how much people love Rita, and how much people respect her as well. You could just feel that in the room. And then it was Hensshaw's turn, and you could immediately feel the nostalgia in her words. She spoke about Rita's journey in Nollywood and how she's remained, consistent, humble, and talented all these years. Kate highlighted how Rita has been a source of inspiration to younger actors and how her professionalism on set has set the standard for many. She also talked about how Rita has been a very calm person who doesn't like fighting, who doesn't like troubles. You could see the genuine admiration in Kate's face and, voice, and she shared her memory, and the room was hanging on every word. Then Osas took the stage, and you could feel her energy light up the room. She spoke about Rita with so much admiration, highlighting not just her talent, but her kindness and humility. Osas shared how Rita has been a mentor and an inspiration, someone who, quietly uplifts people around her while excelling in her craft. Every word Osas said carried warmth and sincerity, and you could just tell that she respects Rita Dominic a lot and that she loves her so, so much. Stephanie Okereke spoke about Rita's long journey in Nollywood and how she's always carried herself with elegance and class. Stephanie highlighted how Rita has been a role model not just through her acting but through her professionalism, humility, and the way she uplifts others in the industry. You could see the genuine respect as well and affection in Stephanie's voice. And then Mildred, Rita's manager, took the floor, and you could feel the deep connection she has with Rita. She spoke about working closely with her, sharing how Rita's dedication, professionalism, kindness, and her listening spirit make her not just a star but genuinely a remarkable person. Mildred highlighted the balance Rita keeps between her career and her personal life, and how inspiring it is to work with someone so grounded, someone who listens and who is also very attentive. Her words were heartfelt, showing both admiration and pride in everything Rita has accomplished. how Rita has always been the kind of person who sees the good, the best out of people, no matter how or no matter what their bad side is. She will pick the best and focus on that. And honestly, we won't be able to talk about everything everyone in that room said. There's just too much love, too many beautiful memories, and too many heartfelt stories. But what we've shared already gives you a taste of the kind of admiration and respect Rita Dominic inspires, right? From her colleagues, her friends, and everyone who had the honor to, celebrate her. And I feel you could see why she's truly a Nollywood legend. Calm, graceful, talented, and genuinely loved by all. So, hats off to Rita at 50, to the amazing organizers Adenike and Sefiya, Nia, and to everyone who made the. Hey, beautiful people, it's your girl Esther here again. If you're a returning subscriber or viewer, thank you so much for always being with this channel. Thank you so much for your support. I do not take your support for granted. And if you're new here, a very big welcome to you, to the family. Don't forget to like this video, guys. Don't forget to share the video with your friends. Don't forget to also drop your comments in the comment section down below. Comment and share your thoughts about Rita Dominic's party. Comment and talk about Rita Dominic herself below. Who was your favorite person speaking in the room? And of course, subscribe if you haven't already, so you don't miss more gist, behind the scenes stories, and all things Nollywood. Thank you so much, guys. Stay with me until the next video, okay, guys? Until then, stay blessed, stay beautiful. Bye. And of course, there was the after party where everybody enjoyed themselves dancing. This is Rita dancing with Osas and the rest of her, colleague. Even Eniola too was there. And thank you so much, guys. Bye.